So first up is the laser light barrel insert trainer. I got one of these back in 2008, and a couple of years ago I upgraded it because I saw it have a little power switch. One of the problems I was having was if I left the batteries in there for a couple of days, the batteries would die and I'd have to replace all of them. So I thought the power switch would help, but it only helps if it's good for a day or two. If it's a week that you don't mess with it, or even 4 days, the battery will end up dying. So best just to unscrew it if you're going to use it for another day. The reason why I got this one is because I was able to use it for a 308 up to a 45 because it is adjustable here. All you have to do is insert in your barrel, turn on the switch. Every time you pull that trigger, a light will come on, and this will go for 308 up to 45. It's something I still use even after so many years, even with Cool Fire Trainer and the Cert Pistol. I still throw this in every now and then to strengthen my trigger finger, especially with this double action. It's also something you can use for revolvers as well. You just stick in the barrel, and as long as it shakes, it'll give off a laser. This is a very handy tool. For $100, it's lasted a long time. My old one, it didn't break. I just wanted the switch, so I gave the old one to a friend, and he's been using that and enjoying dry fire training with that. Next up, we have another laser light product. This is a laser light for 223 cartridge insert. So you insert this into your 223 rifle and or your AR rifle, whichever, or bolt action, however you want it. And once you fire and the pin hits this back here, the light will come off. The light will come off just like we did with the barrel insert, except this is a cartridge insert. I initially got this for NRA high-powered rifle, but I ended up mostly going to the Cert Bolt afterwards. I did also get a 308 insert, so I can insert this as well and use it for my NRA or my precision rifle slash F-class rifle, so I could just practice indoors to make sure I got proper trigger control and I'm holding everything steady and so forth. And so this is something I got maybe 8 years ago, and it still works, and it's still something I use. So this is one of the many products that just end up lasting a long time and you can use for many times over. The laser light insert for 223 with a 308 sleeve. All right, here we have the Cert Pistol, which is a Glock style pistol with a Glock 17. It does work with Glock 17 holsters. Trigger about the same as the Glock. Even the sides I had to paint up a little bit. Everything was blacked out, so I had to do that. But I'm sure they have different sights now. This gun was purchased maybe 8 years ago for training as an upgrade from the laser light. And this one exactly feels like a Glock. Nice trigger. I use this one a lot for the simulators that have a high round count, because after a while either the cool fire runs out or even just laser fire with the Beretta 92, that just gets tiring. They come with nice weighted mags, same as a Glock style mag, so I can use their mags, or I can use an actual Glock mag and insert it in. I mean, it's pretty much is a Glock 17, and this has been a handy tool for the dry range and general laser training. I ended up upgrading from the laser light cartridge insert for the 223 for this Cert Bolt Exchange dry fire trainer. Now this will work for the 223 or even going up to 308. Bolt will insert the same. This, as long as it could fit this cartridge, it won't fit anything in between from 223 or bigger. It won't work for your PCC since the 9mm cartridge is a bit shorter. So pretty much what this is this little unit will insert in the back of your regular trigger, and this bar will come up and it will hit hit this little part to do the laser every time you pull the trigger back. So it's auto reset. You just keep pulling and going as fast as you can. This has been a great trainer in place for F-class high-powered, or even doing the simulator, using that for 2-gun practice, 3-gun practice. This is another highly recommended product that will help you with your dry fire training on an AR platform. Next up, we have the Cool Fire Trainer. This will allow you to remove your regular barrel and recoil spring and replace it with this CO2 filled barrel that will simulate recoil. Just fill in your CO2 at the top, and then once your firing pin hits this little plastic thing here, the whole thing will kick back, and this tube will push back the cylinder, and then of course come back in for the full recoil effect. This will allow you to put in your regular firearm that you use for competition or self-defense, or it just allows you to completely use your own equipment for dry fire with the full effect of recoil. This one's for a Glock 34, and so I'm able to, and they also give you these inserts to put in your mag, so there's no slide read lock or slide lock on the belt recoil. You can also use these Cert magazines for the extra weight, and since they're lower, then you don't have to worry about the insert going on slide lock reload. So once you fill in your CO2 at the top, you screw the laser on, and then every time you pull the trigger, it will, as you can see, recoil. So you fill the recoil, and it also shoots out the laser for your, whatever target you're using for your dry fire, whether there's some sort of laser targets, or the reaction targets, or paper targets, or software for dry ranges or simulators. This is a very handy tool to completely get the full use out of your firearm and your dry fire training. Not to put the other ones any further, those have been really great tools as well, and I use them all, really. So as you can see, after 13 years of dry firing, that really doesn't matter what you get. In the end, you could still end up using the same thing you used 13 years ago as the thing you bought a year or two ago. It's not a waste of money, especially nowadays with the cost of ammo. It pays off in the long run, and you can use the device over and over again. Even 10 years later down the road, as you see with the laser light universal barrel insert, even though I'm still using that, and I use the Cool Fire, I still use the Cert trainer, and I still use the Cartridge. These are very handy tools, and when you're not able to get out to the range, you can do something in the morning before work, do a little dry fire practice, or after work, or in the cold, if it's cold outside, or dark, or late at night, and you can still practice whenever, and without wasting a bunch of ammo. There's a lot of helpful tools there to help you with every kind of technique, from your grip, your handling recoil, your trigger control for pistols, rifles. They're all out there, and they're all worth it. So go out and get out and dry fire and practice and have fun with it. Thanks for watching.